All right, welcome back to Missing Persons TV. I'm Brian Ladd with my co-host Deborah. Today's Monday, June 8th, 2009, 10:10 p.m. Tonight we're going to be covering the three cases that we were supposed to do last night. They are case 674, James Patrick Grealis, 680, Tony Epps, and case number 678, Adam Castillo. We are also going to be doing an update on case number 764, Tracy Ocasio, and how it may relate to case number 6, which is Jennifer Kesse. But before we get started, I have on the phone, as usual, Deborah and Kevin Doyle's with us today. So how are you guys doing?
Great.
Cool. Deborah, how you
I'm doing fine, thanks. How are you?
Fine. I told you I went fishing the other night, and I showed you guys a little earlier, but it's frozen here. This is the fish that I caught. I know it's not very big, but I caught that in the Potomac River about 1 o'clock in the morning. That and a couple other catfish. We let the catfish go because it was pregnant, but that was the biggest fish, and I'd say it was probably about 5 pounds. And then my neighbor Jesse told me that this is a. I said, "What kind of fish is that?" Because this wasn't a catfish. It's actually a pretty looking fish. I don't know if you can see it in the bag. I took the head off, but he told me it was a fall fish, and I was like, "What's a fall fish? It's like a fish you catch in autumn or something." And he said, "No, it's called a fall fish." And I didn't believe him. The guy standing me didn't believe him. Sure enough, I looked it up on the internet. There's such a thing as a fall fish. It's actually a very large minnow. And so, and then Kevin, you were going to ask me what it would taste like or something like that. And I did look it up, and it said that they taste terrible. So we will find out. So that's what I did the other night. Today I did a little landscaping outside, a little cleaning up, went over a neighbor's house and stuff. And Deborah, here you went to a concert.
Yes, I did. On Saturday night, went to see Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
They were awesome. It was a great concert. It's actually a free concert. This is the 35-year tour for Kansas. Yes,
Okay.
It was free. At the Fifth Third Ballpark, just north of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Just had to pay $5 to park. That was it. But Kansas was awesome.
Cool. What's one of their popular songs? I know who you're talking about. What was one of the songs? Refresh me.
Carry On.
Okay, Carry On, My Angel, or something like that. Carry On.
My Wayward Son.
Oh.
And
Okay.
then there's Dust in the Wind.
Okay. I know who you're talking about. Wonderful. For free. That's great. Personally, I never listened to Kansas, but I do know the songs you're talking about. So is that what you listened to when you were growing up?
Actually, when I hear Kansas songs, the thing that comes to my mind is beer parties. I don't know that I really listened to Kansas that much when I was growing up. Those were like songs that were played a lot at parties and in bars and stuff.
I liked Chicago. You remember Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago's awesome. They had,
REO's Speedwagon.
Was it? Yeah, REO was great. They had someone that played a couple Chicago songs. The band, one of the bands that opened, and they were called Flashback. They were really good.
Okay, they like play different songs from different bands.
Right.
And they were good.
Oh yeah.
They play like You're the Inspiration, and it was that Hard Habit to Break, and
no, they played more of the
upbeat,
more of the music that more of the rock type stuff. There was only like one or two slow songs played. There was two bands that opened. They each played for quite a while before Kansas did. So it was like only one slow song per band. It was just a lot of screaming guitars. Of course, with Kansas was the fiddle. The fiddle is so cool. That one guy is so good at it.
You said you took some videos?
Yes, it's very bad quality, but...
Send them.
Yes, I have video.
Okay. Kevin, I know that you're working on your Oregon devices. How's that going?
Well, I had to get my son signed up for summer school. Been kind of busy. My mom just got her car. It was willed to her by one of her best friends who passed away about a month ago. Also received a computer from her, and I've been fooling around with that. So I haven't had too much time to make any Oregon devices, but I have all the materials to do it all with. I think these devices that I'm going to be making are going to be pretty special, indeed.
Okay. You have those posted on. I know you have some videos up of the Oregon devices, and if you guys go to Clarity of Awareness, actually there's a link in there in that chat room, and it takes you to his forum too. Kevin's got some pictures up there. Very interesting devices, and Kevin will have those devices up, and hopefully for sale here pretty soon, right, Kevin?
Yeah, and
Okay.
also what's been taking my time up is a relative recently got a Royal Rife machine, and Royal Rife discovered like over 50 years ago that there are certain frequencies that can destroy certain diseases like cancer, AIDS, STDs, bad moods, whatever. And they've evolved this technology to where they have just about every frequency for every what ails you.
Huh.
And we're using that machine now. I have partial skin cancer that I've been using it on, and it's actually making it go away. Other than that, I cannot give any more results because I don't know, if it's working completely yet. But it's a frequency device. You can put it on broadcast, or you can put it to where you can hold the positive and negative metal things that you hold in your hands in order to absorb the frequencies. But it all works on frequency.
What produces the frequency? Is there a speaker or something that vibrates or something like that, or how do you generate the frequency?
It's a small little box. It has over 555 or 50 programs in it that sweeps frequencies. Like the one for cancer, it covers cancer for your liver, for your spleen, for your skin, for your brain, whatever. And you hold the two metal things, and then you control the frequency. You turn it up until you feel a tingling sensation.
Okay, so it's electric. There's a current going through you.
Well, it's not really a current. It's a frequency. It's an audible frequency, but you can't really hear it through the human ear. You know how an opera singer can shatter a glass when she hits a certain frequency?
So it's an audio frequency. So audio frequency then. I'm just wondering what.
I think it's called an audible frequency. I believe it is.
Okay, but it doesn't use a speaker.
It's the same concept as an opera singer shattering a glass.
Okay. I was asking if it used a speaker to generate the oscillation.
You can do that too. They have software you can buy that's cheaper than the devices themselves, and you can hook it up to your computer and do it that way for half the price or a fraction of the price of a new device.
Okay, and you have links on that website too, in the forums for that.
I have not posted any links on that just yet.
Yeah, there's a whole range of frequencies that the human ear cannot pick up. And I was watching MythBusters, and they were doing trying to debunk some of the devices that were out there. One of them was a device that resonated a certain frequency that it was claimed that could even take down bridges and buildings and stuff like that. I think even Tesla worked with something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? One of them was called the earthquake machine, and actually you hit a certain frequency. Anyways, they did a test on one certain device that I think was sold on the internet, and they put it on this bridge. The bridge was closed off. It was a really long and steel bridge, suspended bridge or whatever it was. And they turned it on, and it started to vibrate the entire bridge. I mean, they were actually picking up the vibrations or oscillations on the other side of the bridge, and they were absolutely amazed. It didn't cause the bridge to collapse or anything, but they actually looked kind of scared. If you guys ever check that out, if you ever watch MythBusters, that is something that really kind of caught me as a surprise, because I didn't think it was going to do anything.
Have you heard the one about the chicken farm?
No.
Okay, a chicken farm with like 1,000 or more chickens being raised on it for meat or whatever, and then another business moves in next to them with all kinds of machinery. Well, they get to rolling with the machinery once they get the factory built, and lo and behold, the chickens start dying off. It turns out that some of the machinery this other factory has is hitting a certain frequency that kills chickens.
Oh, okay.
So
I do know that. Sure. There's even a teenager came up with a device it's a speaker, basically an underwater speaker. He puts in stagnant water and hits a certain frequency, and it actually kills mosquito larvae in large areas. So a little simple device can prevent malaria. So something that simple we don't think about. A lot of things are oscillations, frequencies, or whatever. I think everything's vibrating atoms. So and you never know. But I'm saying that little device that little teenager came up with actually works.
Cool.
And it's safe.
Yes.
No pesticides, nothing like that. Okay, so that's cool. We'll be looking forward to I want to see the whole process, like you showed me before. How you make that stuff. Get the crystals, the terminated crystals or whatever you have, and the stuff you put in there. 'Cause that's really interesting stuff. I actually had one.
Oh, yeah.
I've got one here somewhere. I'd show it to you guys. I know you've shown people some of them, but it's really interesting devices. And how it's organized? It's Oregon, right? Oregon.
Oregon.
How do you spell that?
Orgone.
Okay. Oregon.
And it's actually, you could consider an Oregon device being a non-electrical frequency device.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I look at it. It
Okay.
uses natural energy to balance all energy around it. Balance as in it's more or less like a positive balancing device, and an average Oregon device can reform average negative energies around it and the people around it and the environment. And the most powerful ingredient that I put in my devices are what I call positive thought energies, like write down the words love, peace, harmony, or a statement concerning that, and then place it into the device. And I've seen the differences between a regular Oregon device that I make and then those devices, and there's a big difference.
Okay. Thank you. And we'll. I definitely want to see when you're making these new things. I definitely want to check that out.
Cool.
So anyways, that's clarityofawareness.com, or you can click on the COA links on every page of my website. It's up at the top. It'll say COA, which is a tab up there. I think the tab is in blue. And that's Kevin's website. Okay, that's a little off topic. One other off topic thing is our chat rooms. Our chat rooms are open for everybody, of any age, wherever. We come from all different walks of life and whatever. And you're free to post whatever you want. But if somebody doesn't feel comfortable with certain types of language or something like that goes on in the chat room, please refrain from using that, because we want to respect everybody. And like, we all have different tolerance levels, and like I said, we all come from different places, and we all have different opinions on things. So if you think that you're offending somebody, you generally are. So let's try not to do that, because we want everybody to feel comfortable in chat room. And if I feel uncomfortable, something's wrong. Okay, so let's please respect others. Okay, and I don't want to say if you don't, because I think that everybody will. So we really don't. We have a lot of mods, and really we don't. So far, we hadn't really have banned anybody, except if you want to talk about Deborah, that object that went up somebody's orifice. Deborah, you there? Help me out here. Have we? I don't think we've banned anybody.
Speechless. Okay.
Okay. And so far that person has not removed that object, so that person is still banned. So we do have one person that is banned. Other than that, we don't. I hadn't had any problems with anybody. We haven't either. I'm just saying to avoid any future problems, let's please respect others. And even if you consider something not to be offensive, it could be to somebody else. And if it is, then please, go to another room or whatever. That's all I want to say on that. We're all adults. Hopefully, I don't think I am most of the time, but okay, we're gonna start this out. You ready? Deborah.
Sure am.
Okay. We discussed case number 764, which is Tracy Ocasio. We discussed this case. Deborah said the other night that this case may be related to the Jennifer Kesse case. I have that case open. I did that a long time ago. That's case number 6 on my website, and that was done. Deborah, you know the date that case was open? I'm looking right now.
Tracy?
No, not Tracy. Jennifer Kesse.
She's in the first 10.
February 10th of 06.
So that would be January or February.
06.
February, I believe.
Yeah.
Of 07.
06. I got him up.
06?
Yeah, 06. Yep. Anyways, discussing what we, let me go over the Tracy case, Tracy Ocasio, real quick. Um, there's 3 dream dwellings, I believe. The first one says, hang on. Police can see the apartment from stakeout 290, and that's degrees, 290 degrees. Like I said, I couldn't find that degree symbol on my keyboard. Somebody tell me where it's at. I'll put it on there. Pool, CA. I don't think CA means California. 7 Parkway, 4 equals 3, and the number 407-370, 4510 video. Deborah brought to my attention that I believe Jim found out that phone number is from a restaurant, Burger King, right? In the Orlando area, correct? Deborah?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, that's what Jim thought. It was a Burger King. Actually, the proximity of that Burger King has to do with where Jennifer Kesse lived.
Okay.
It was near her apartment.
Okay. And so it doesn't have anything to do with Tracy?
Well, it does possibly. Jim was wondering if maybe there could be video of Tracy at that particular
yes.
Burger King.
Yeah,
maybe
I
even
think
drive video.
looking at this, I think almost definitely that's what it is. That's what I wanted to bring out. That's a phone number there, and I think it is because we go on to the next stream drawing. It's actually the third one. But let me go on. It says red brick apartment, 2-story, B unit. And B unit is not referring to the building that I have drawn. I think it's a unit next to it. There's an arrow pointing that way, and then stairs. This is a apartment building, red brick building. The next stream drawing says wearing Christian ring. Building A, apartment apartment V1, or they could be Roman numerals as number 6. He loves her. Internet photos have a dress on. 22-year-old male, cross-dresser, and College Park. But yeah, I think looking at that, it could be some type of video though. It says police can see them from stakeout, so maybe they're watching something right now. Deborah, do we think about that? Deborah.
What do you mean watching something right now?
Maybe
they're actually
for the Tracy,
surveillance
not
right
Kesse. Yeah, not Kesse, but for Tracy. Yeah.
For Tracy.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, I think they very well could.
Okay.
It seems from they're doing an awful lot of.
Give me an update on the case.
Case pretty hard.
Okay. What's
you
going?
Know, they're trying to see.
What's been going on in the case then? For Tracy.
Well, the person that they suspect is the guy that she was last seen with, and that's the only mention that I've seen in video, except for what you've been saying, because they do have her on video leaving the taproom bar with this man. This man has also been connected to another missing person, someone that's been missing since February that was a friend of his.
Right.
Then there were 2 women that came forward that he had assaulted them. Apparently he has a habit of asking for rides home, and then he gets rough. He tried to break one of the ladies' necks. So he's made out to be kind of a scary character. And there's quite a few different cases now, so to speak, that they're exploring. Plus they're trying to see if they can draw the Jennifer Kesse case, draw parallels between that and Tracy's.
Okay, I have. That's what I'm actually kind of excited about this when I'm reading this. Real quick, cross-dresser, anything like that, being a homosexual, transvestite, or anything to do with that? Do we know?
I haven't seen anything to that effect.
How old?
A really scary thing here is this dude, this James Hadaway, that they think has done these different things. Whatever he's done, we don't know exactly, but he has a child of his own.
Okay.
So, it's so I guess, as far as homosexual or whatever, could he be? Yeah, but I do know that he does have a child.
Okay.
That much I do know.
Tracy, anything to do that she have an internet site or something like that? The photos maybe had something to do with her location. I'm thinking if this is the person, that's maybe how he found her, because it says internet photos have address on them. So I mean, that could be as anything like MySpace or Facebook or anything. Maybe a personal website. I guess we don't know anything about that.
The earliest contact that I have seen that's been documented is Tracy's friends said that she'd met him like the week before.
Okay.
And she'd met him at a bar. Whether they first met at a bar or if they ended up meeting up there in person, I don't know. So could there be something there? Yes.
Okay.
But
and then the word College Park. And then I'm looking at the notes from Kevin. Kevin, you also got you got abducted. A local hamburger restaurant. Okay. Burger King. Could that be? I'm trying to piece all this together.
For Tracy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I picked up on. I'm trying to see when I did that.
I posted it on 6/7.
June 10th. I emailed that to you. Okay.
No. This is 6. It's not even June 10th. 6/7.
Okay. When did I email it to you?
6/7. Yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, you wrote. You said a live abducted local hamburger restaurant, Raging Rapids, in stream of water. Hitchhiking pickup truck heading west. I-95. I-95 I think runs north and south. Back roads, white male. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm just trying to piece some stuff together here. Back roads, white male, 52 years old, and then the name Charlie. And you wrote maybe abducted. Yeah, but we actually covered this. This is the case that we did last night. These are your notes from last night, which was the 7th.
Okay.
Unless my watch is wrong, today's the 8th, right? Yeah, today's the 8th. What I'm saying is it could be, because if that number came up at Burger King or McDonald's or whatever, that could be that location. That's what I was trying to make a point at.
Right.
Okay. All right. Now let me go to the Jennifer Kesse case real quick. This was opened February 10th of 2006. There's a lot of information here. I cannot read all this stuff right off the screen. I'm not sure if I totally translated it all. There's some drawings up here, I believe, of the person. This connected with the Jennifer Kesse case, but there's a lot of similarities, I think, in this case to the Tracy case. The first set of dream drawings were done on, they were posted on February 10th of 06, and it says, yeah, I didn't write this word for word back then. I just translated. I said this was very hard to do, and I'm not sure if any of this may be right, but this is all I can do. From what I see, she's still alive, not seriously harmed, but I do think a sick person did things to her I'm not going to mention. She is being held at the same place by the same kid ever since she went missing. I think she's very angry about this. The suspect, a teenager drawn above, has been stalking her for several weeks. She was taken from gunpoint from her car. The person who did this may be of Korean descent, approximately 5'10", dark black hair, shoulder length, approximately 140 pounds. He parts his hair in the center, and the back seems to be cut straight. His nickname may be Jay. This goes on and on, but just some of the drawings here shows an apartment, brick building, and there is a number 6, which could be that numeral 4. If you look at the drawing of this building I have here, and the one on the Tracy case, they look very similar. I'm saying really similar. And then going down, there's a bunch of emails here. I did another remote viewing of the same brick building. Here it is again. It says number 6, and then something to do with water, off, take off, whatever. It says the apartment building is very close to where she was taken. Might be next to a lake, and Carlton might be the name of the lake. I think we found something like that. And this is the man that took her. He is 19 years old and has an earring in his left ear. He has a criminal record for shoplifting, and I think he's in the same location, but did not see Jennifer or anybody else. Now, this is the man. If you look at this man, it could be a cross-dresser. Looking at Deborah, I don't know if you're looking at the same thing I am, but this is case number 6. I didn't put it up in the chat room, but it is. If you look, it's on page 1. 6 to number 19. I'm just saying this does look a lot very similar to the dream drawings I did. for Tracy. Going down here, the number 26, very close. That's the point I wanted to make. It could be nothing, but I think that these cases are definitely are related. And good news, that could mean, since there was nothing to do with death on Jennifer, Tracy, if she's being held by the same person, may be safe as well. Any thoughts, comments, or anything, Deborah? That's all the point I wanted to make. When I saw that brick building, I remember, and I looked at case number 6, and it looked very, very similar. And even the name, if he was 19, hold on, 19, 20, would be around 22 years old. Do you see what I'm talking?
Well, I think now with discussing these cases with you, tying these cases together, so people know you have linked them together on your site.
Yeah, I have now.
But you feel, based on the work that you've done, you've got the similarities going between the cases, and you feel that they're related. We're still waiting to see what law enforcement pulls together in that regard, but since you just recently opened up Tracy's case, she's been missing since May 27th. If we give it a couple days, maybe you can do some work on Tracy/Jennifer, the two cases together. I will put them also in the related cases section in the forum.
All right.
And
now I've done Jennifer's case.
Come up with more information if you try to do them specifically together after you have a little break after,
Okay.
we don't want it influenced.
I've done Jennifer's case 4 times though, and looking at this, I don't think anything's been done. So yeah, I mean, I'll redo that, but let's definitely, for Tracy, let's definitely do that again too. Yeah, I think they're related though. I'm just looking at some of the other dream drawings here. There's pretty specific information too. It says really, really close. And the same VT. Kevin, did you say something about a name? And I think you did. Charlie. Okay, no, it's not. I got the initials VT. And I think it's the same person I'm drawing though. So each one of these RVs back in 06 are related, and it looks to me like this case is related. I'm just saying that as far as my dreams goes, I think they're definitely related. As far as anything else, not a clue.
Well, as far as the work that you did on Jennifer's case, you say that you've done that case 4 times, but all of your information stayed pretty consistent.
Right.
Correct. You really didn't have changes in that, but
nothing was done about it though. I mean, I did all this.
Doing it as to Tracy, you may be able to get more detail or something out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's
the point I was trying to make is that I did all this stuff and nothing. It really was just kind of laughed at, I think, because I do remember some detectives here, saying all kinds of. I remember. Yeah, I'll redo it, but I do have some prejudice against this case, Jennifer Kesse, and it has nothing to do with her.
You haven't done that many cases at that point either.
Right.
In all fairness to the critics, I guess.
No, it wasn't a critic. It was actually somebody that actually that liked the work, but then they were telling me this stuff like, you posted my name up here and I didn't know. You sent me an email. You didn't say to make it private. I mean, if you want something private, you should let me know. But this was back when I was just starting to do this, and they were saying that they were getting somebody was trying to kill them and follow them. I didn't believe it. I thought it was a crock. I mean, death threats and people chasing.
I remember reading that stuff.
Yeah, I got rid of most of it, but it really wasn't a critic. It was somebody that I just didn't believe. Just didn't make it. I just I don't know. But yeah, I will redo the case if you want me to.
Jim wants to know
I just think that it might be good to do it, with Tracy's. It might make you, get a little different results.
We'll try. Kevin?
Jim's asking if the stairs are perpendicular to the face of the building or parallel.
Good question. I think that they're okay, perpendicular. They're sticking out. They're sticking out, kind of like fire, like a type of fire escape, I guess, Jim. And I think it's consistent on both things.
Okay.
Like maybe it's the back of the place, but definitely kind of like the fire escape type of things. But I think it's definitely 2-story too. And I guess it could be Unit Alpha. And if that makes sense, and then a Bravo unit would be next to it. Let me see if there's anything else. I don't think College Park came anywhere up in the on the Kesse case. But you did get. I'm really curious about if there's any drive-through videos or anything. Hopefully they haven't deleted anything, because Kevin, you came up with a hamburger restaurant, and I think of a hamburger restaurant, McDonald's, Burger King, and apparently that number is a Burger King, right? It was a,
Well, Jim said he was going to contact the Ocoee Police Department to find out.
About what it is, because anytime you mention anything to do with psychics or whatever, they're
I'm sure he realizes that.
Hold on. Sure enough, I'm gonna put a link in here. I got it.
Cody,
okay. Yep, Burger King Orlando. I'm gonna put that in there too. Thanks, Jim. I'm just gonna put from Jim in the link. Hold on. Deborah, any other thoughts or comments on this case? Anything else we could do?
No, nothing at this point. Probably have more thoughts after you do a redo on it.
Okay. All right, thanks, guys. Let's move on to our cases that we should have got to last night. Hang on one second. You got anything else to put out, Deborah? My computer's kind of locking up. Why it does that, I'll sit here and look stupid, I guess.
Okay. See, well, as far as Tracy's case goes, I'm not sure if everyone is aware of Tracy Ocasio in her case. And Tracy being missing, she's been missing since May 27th of this year. She's 6 inches tall. She weighs 124 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. Last seen wearing a black tank top, jeans, a green white hat, and a black hooded jacket. She's missing in the Orlando, Florida area. She was last seen leaving the Tap Room Bar with a guy named James Hadaway, who I brought him up earlier. He's been up to no good in the years past. So it's kind of scary as far as all of the different things they're trying to tie together here. One of those things being Jennifer Kesse's case. Just let me know when your computer's working again.
It's done. I got it. We're good. Thank you, Deborah. A little friend, the noise. I got to keep hitting the microphone to get rid of it. So if you guys hear that little noise, that's it's some audio problem I'm having. We use Skype. It's not the best. I use this little microphone here. It's kind of homemade. It's got tape all over, but it works good. Sometimes it's just I got to keep tapping sometimes. I don't know why that noise happens, but it does. Anyways, this is case number 674. This is James Patrick Grealis. The case was opened on February 12th of 2009. Deborah, what information do we have for James?
James is actually missing from the Netherlands. He's been missing since October 23rd of 2008. And he was born in 1984, 24 years old. It says he's 178 centimeters tall, red hair and blue eyes. The October 23rd date, his date missing, is the last time that he was in contact with his family in Ireland.
Okay. 178 centimeters is 5'10". I just looked it up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There were several sightings of him, not sure if they're confirmed or not, during the first week of November. So if he went missing October 23rd, it wasn't that long afterwards that there were sightings of him.
Okay. That's all you have on. That's all the information there is, isn't there?
Let's see. It says here he has red wavy hair. He's got a slim build, broad shoulders. He always wears jeans, a t-shirt, and hooded sweaters. They say that he has a habit of walking with his sleeves over his hand. And that's about all I have for James Patrick Grealis. I think that this was a Find Me Two case, wasn't it?
I don't know. I just Googled him, and I think the first return might be a website for him. No, it's not. Oh yeah, no, there's no website, but there is something. Yeah, I think it. Hold on, let's see if it's Find Me Two case.
The first return is what I was referencing.
Okay.
the first return I got.
Okay. And you're talking about from that journal, ACH journal? H-Hill journal?
No, I've got missing.ws, missing Irish people.
I don't have that. I typed in James Patrick Grealis. The first thing that came
I
up.
used keyword missing with his name.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, and the second return is us. The third return is what I read. Okay. Anyways, I have first thing I have two dream drawings. The first one says 16 miles, red truck, ERT. Those are uppercase letters. It might be an acronym for something like that. The number 1421, wallet in mailbox. And for some reason, I'm thinking wallet and mailbox could be maybe he'd lost a wallet or something like that, or somebody stole a wallet, or somebody found a wallet, whatever, put it in the mailbox to hopefully get returned. The second one says 46 and says I'm not sure about this case. I think I discussed this before. It's like a Lego. I think it's some type of building. To me, that looks like a Lego. And that's all I have on the case, Deborah. It just says I'm not sure about this case, Brian. That's it. Kevin, I have your notes. Would you like to read those?
Sure, Brian. For James Patrick, I have dead, half white, Hispanic male, 45 to 56 years old, sanitation work, mafia connections, bank safe deposit box 166. My notes after the meditation, possibly a man, 45 to 56 years old, employed in sanitation work, maybe with mafia